Hi everybody, this is Lama Caroline. We're going to continue the exploration of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, the beautiful practice made by our precious guru, TYS Lama Ganchen Rinpoche, okay? So first we're going to do some preliminary prayers, yeah? So I'm using the prayers from this, yeah, the combined NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing booklet, yeah? If not, it's in the beginning of the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2 book and many other NgalSo book and sadhana, okay? Namo Gurubhye Namo Buddhaya Namo Dhammaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Gurubhye Namo Buddhaya Namo Dhammaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Gurubhye Namo Buddhaya Namo Dhammaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Triratnaya Sangye Chada Sogi Jonamla Janchu Patu Dani Kyapsuchi Dagi Jinso Gipe Sonaki Drola Penchi Sangye Drupasho Sangye Chudan Sogi Chonamla Janchu Patu Dani Kyapsuchi Dagi Jinso Gipe Sonaki Drola Penchi Sangye Drupasho. In the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, we take refuge until enlightenment. Through the practice of generosity and the other perfections, may we achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. 7 thoughts to turn the mind towards bodhicitta. Semchen tamche te wadang dewe kyudang dampa gyuchi. Semchen tamche dunya tan dunya gi gyudang trawa gyuchi. Semchen tamche dunya mepe dewa tami trawa gyuchi. Semchen tamchen yeri jada nidang trawe tamyon la nepa gyuchi. Semchen tamche luse gitu nele soshin trayun luse dewata dempa gyuchi. Semchen tamche NgalSo topchin china no chuko yu danshin samane gyuchi. Semchen tamche dansa boli higi kedo dadan chinan ki shide tang tukun dempa gyuchi. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings never be separated from the great happiness that is beyond all misery. May all beings dwell in equanimity, unaffected by attraction to dear ones and aversion to others. May all beings recover from the sicknesses of mind and body pollution and enjoy relative and absolute health now and forever. May all beings relax in a pure and healthy outer and inner environment now and forever. May all beings enjoy inner and world peace now and forever. Tamche ni sashita semala sohme padan la tiltanya bedurye ranshin jam pohone gyuchi la dami chupese no su sham tahani kitro kusan chutrin la name Nam ke kan kuhun kya gyu ji on namo bhagavate benza sawa pramadani tatagataya ahate samya sambuddha tayata om benze maha tesa benze maha vidya benze maha bodhi chita benze maha bodhi mandopa sankramana benze sawakama awarana vishuddhana benze so expressing the power of the truth. Kunjo sun ki tenpa tang, sangye tan janchu senpa, tam che ki jingi la tang, so ni yon so pe na tan chen po tan, che ki yin nampa, tashin sangi mikya pe, togi deshi nidu gyuji. By the truth power of the three jewels and the blessings of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, as well as by the great strength generated by the two accumulations and the power of the pure and inconceivable Dhammadhatu, may these offerings become real. Invocation of the Healing Buddha. Malusem chen kungi tu gungyu jin, du de puja hemi ze jom ze la. Nona malu yanta kengyu pe chom den ko chehene di shesu. So 7 limb prayer. Go sungu pe go ne cha selo no sha yi tro che pa malubo. To me ne sa di tun tam che sha ke pa ge wahanam la je ira. Kowa mato badule shune drola chuki kolo kowa tang da shen jenan jan chu champo no mandala offering. Sajipo ki joshi meto tram rira li jini de gyampa sangye shintu mite boagi drokunan tahashin la chupasho idam guru ratna mandala kam niryatayami. Buddha Shakyamuni prayer. Lama gyawa shakya tupala chatselo chotu kyapsu chiwo jingi laptu so. Lama kien, trinchen sawe lama kien, kyabne kuntu lama kien, trinchen sawe lama kien, kyabne kuntu lama kien. Luchu sampo pel gyuta shipa, tu chen tempe trile yanoda, pegedro lo zampe zepa chen, palden la meheshabla so wade, oma guru, vajradhara, suhumahati muni, Shahasahane Kama Uttavahadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Humoma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavahadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasiti Humoma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavahadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi hum Pakyo ke kudan dahilu Pakyo ke suntahan dagina Pakyo ke tudan dahi Danyamechi tujigilo Makyo ke kudan dahilu Makyo ke suntahan dagina ma kyo ki tu dan dan gi dan ye me chi tu jin gi lo. Mantra of self-healing and spiritual company, the mantra of Guru Buddha Shakyamuni. Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakyamuni Soha. Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakyamuni Soha. Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakyamuni Soha. Mantra of the future Love Buddha Maitreya. Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Okay, hi everybody. Hope you're all okay, yeah? So now we're going to continue with the explanation of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing. So usually we make the dedications at the end, but anyway, please send your good thought and wishes for all those people suffering from the pandemic in South America, in India, where it's super bad, yeah? Everywhere in the world who's sick and suffering. And please, NgalSo friend and followers, can you send your good wishes to Lama Jampa, who's still in a coma, a medically induced coma in Verbania Hospital, yeah? So anyway, so please send your good wishes to all those who are sick, who are suffering, yeah? Especially those who obviously request prayers and help in our prayer groups, yeah? Okay, thank you all very much, yeah? Okay, so here are the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, yeah? The 5 Supreme Healer Buddhas, as Lama Gangchen Rinpoche called them, yeah? So we're talking about the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice, and now what we're talking about right now is each of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas. Here you can see them sat on a lotus, a moon and a sun disk, yeah, okay. But actually they also have one tree, one throne, yeah, and the throne is supported by one divine animal symbol, yeah. So last time we were talking about the Garuda symbol, which is the symbol of transforming fear and jealousy into the all-accomplishing exalted wisdom, yeah, okay. So we talked about that last time. And actually today we're going to talk about the Supreme Horse, which is the symbol of Supreme Healer Ratnasambhava, okay? Now we've talked about this many times. It's very interesting. No, there's a kind of axis, no, between, if you see the mandala, yeah? The central point is, okay, of course, this is the enlightened form. Now it's the Dhyani Buddhas, yeah? But let's say we had another mandala here, which is like a mirror, which actually represents how we actually are now. So in the center would be our dualistic ignorance, yeah? That our mind, we don't know why, but it projects this idea that we are separate from all other things, that all things have an inherent nature, and we grasp at the inherent nature of things as giving us pleasure or pain, yeah? So based on this wrong view of reality, we create desire, we create hatred, we create fear, we create pride, yeah? We have all these kind of things going on in our mind. So here is like an axis, no? Which we're going to talk about a lot, yes? So because we don't see things properly, yeah? Okay, so this is the pure side, of course. Yeah, this is if we look like this, there's no problem, yeah? Okay, but if we have the ignorant view, then we always have this kind of feeling there's not enough, yeah? Okay, we're always like, oh, I don't know, like we're always feeling like, I don't know, poor me or something, like I don't have enough things, yeah? Okay, this is coming this like negative side of the Ratnasambhava energy, yeah? Okay. Or if we have a lot of material things, it's coming the proud mind, yeah? So this energy of pride and materialism, we need to transform into the equalizing wisdom of Supreme Healer Ratnasambhava. And this fear that blocks us, yeah, from doing many things in life, as Rinpoche always said, we need to transform into the all-accomplishing enlightened wisdom of Supreme Healer Amoghasiddhi, yeah? Okay, so we're talking about this axis at the moment, actually, yeah? So last time we talked about the Garuda, the king of the birds, yeah? And all that kind of symbolism. What's the Garuda? This kind of paranoid feeling of being the king, yeah? The only way, the next place is down, no? So you're as paranoid, yeah? Looking for somebody who's going to take your place, yeah? Anyway, so we talked about all that, yeah, the positive, and actually the positive symbolism of the Garuda as well. Now we're going to go on to the Supreme Horse, yeah, okay? Very, very important symbol in Buddhism, yeah, okay? Okay, so I thought I'd talk about the horse symbolism of Ratnasambhava. I thought actually I might also, since we start to talk about animals, talk a little bit about how we Buddhists think about animals, actually, yeah? Because, okay, we're talking about the semi-divine animals. You might say these don't exist in our human world. That's debatable. But I thought maybe today we'd actually talk about how should we relate to animals, yeah, okay? And from the point of view of ahimsa, being Buddhists, yeah, okay? So I thought we could do those two things today, okay? So let me just get my notes out, 1 second. Okay, let me just find it 1 second. Okay, here we are, yeah. Okay, so let's start off with the Supreme Horse, yeah? So obviously, like in ancient times, horses were a big thing. I mean, nowadays, having a car is a big thing, isn't it? If you have a beautiful car, people are so happy, yeah? Okay? But in ancient times, if you had a beautiful horse, it was, it gave you freedom. It gave you the possibility to roam the world, yeah? Okay? So, and people's sense of self-esteem was very much linked to whether like it these days, oh, I have a beautiful car. Then in the ancient times, if you had a beautiful horse, it was the same kind of feeling, okay? So since ancient times, horses have always had this kind of great esteem within human society, and they had a semi kind of divine quality actually in many, many different ancient cultures, yeah, okay? So, okay, so anyway. So, okay, so Ratnasambhava, yeah, is the all-accomplishing wisdom of equanimity, yeah, okay, everywhere's the same, yeah. So maybe the horse symbol, actually, one reason is because with a horse you can go everywhere, you can go in every direction, yeah, okay. You're not just stuck in your small area, yeah, with the small views of your place. Maybe if you had a horse in the ancient times and you could go around, you could meet many different kinds of people, yeah, and then have a more equal view of humanity, having met more of them. That might be one idea, yeah, okay. So anyway, so like I said, anyway, so in the story of Lord Buddha, of course, we have the famous story of Lord Buddha and his white horse, Kanthaka, yeah, okay. So mainly we talk about Lord Buddha, yeah, or actually Siddhartha before before he became the Buddha, and he used to have a charioteer called Chandaka, yeah. Chandaka is the past incarnation many centuries ago. His Holiness Kyabje Trijang Chokshol Rinpoche, okay, yeah. And Kyabje Trijang Rinpoche was our Lama Gensha's root guru, yeah. So Rinpoche used to talk about Chandaka a lot, yeah. So Chandaka used to be the charioteer of the Buddha, so he would drive him around the Sakya kingdom in between India and Nepal, and then he would talk with the young prince, yeah. So I actually was giving him many good ideas, many positive, let's say, teachings somehow at that time, yeah, before he achieved enlightenment, yeah. So of course, if there was a Siddhartha and the charioteer, of course, there was also a horse, a chariot and a horse. So the Buddha's horse was called Kanatha, yeah. So it was considered to be the best of horses. It was like a very beautiful white horse, yeah. Okay. So in those days, they had a thing about white horses, white elephants. Why? Because they're very rare, albino horses and elephants, yeah. Okay, or maybe not albino, a white one here, okay. In the Lalita Vistara, there's the famous story when the Bodhisattva is in the pleasure palace. He's been, let's say, trapped there by King Suddhodana, his father, because King Suddhodana wants him to become an emperor, definitely not a Buddha. So then the Devas of the 33 realms come down to earth and request the Buddha to awaken and go forth, yeah? So then, in order to help the Buddha go forth, the devas, a very, very famous Buddhist image, yeah, the devas, they hold the hooves of Kanthaka, the horse, yeah, and so the Buddha can go out the palace without anybody hearing him, yeah, okay. So then he goes forth into the homeless life, onto the spiritual journey, yeah. And so then what happens after that is then Siddhartha actually asked Chandaka, yeah, who went with him, to take the great horse back to the palace, yeah. But his horse actually died of heartbreak when Siddhartha went on the spiritual journey, yeah, okay. So that's the famous story of the Buddha's famous white horse, yeah. And as we've said many times in Albaniano, yeah, and also in Campos, no, in Brazil. So in Albaniano, we have the Temple of Heaven on Earth, so beautiful. Please, anybody who has the possibility should go. So beautiful. It's like the incredible mandala hall. Yeah, it's the only one like that in Europe at the moment. Yeah, so beautiful. Originally, this building was a place for training horses. Yeah. So Rinpoche Lama Ganchen, he always said, oh, you know, this is because actually, he said, my guru was Khyabje Trijang Rinpoche. Actually, Khyabje Trijang Rinpoche at the time of the Buddha was the Chandaka, the charioteer. So his job was training horses and then taking care, driving the Buddha around in the horse chariot, yeah. So Rinpoche always said that why our Gompa, yeah, is a place for training horses is because this is the job of the guru, to train the mind, like, you know, like a trainer has to tame a wild horse. So the guru's mind is to tame, or dulwa, yeah, to tame our minds, yeah, okay. So not only do we have one temple like that, but actually, strangely enough, we have two temples like this, because strangely, or by karma, by positive interdependence, also our temple of great love in Campos de Jordão in Brazil, also same, except it's even bigger than, you know, a very beautiful place, yeah, outside São Paulo, yeah. So special connection, yeah, between our lineage, His Holiness Khyabje Trijang Rinpoche, Chandaka, and Lord Buddha, yeah, based on the training of horses, yeah, okay. So Rinpoche always used to say that, yeah. Okay, so 1 second, yeah. Let me find my notes. So, okay, there's in Lord Buddha, yeah. There's in what's called the Jataka tales. There's various stories about horses, yeah. So in Buddhism, yeah, we believe, yeah, based on holy beings' experience, yeah, that we have many, many, many different incarnations, yeah, and not all as a human, by the way. This is something that's very controversial in modern society, yeah. Like, for example, this is something my father always says to me, what? You might be born as a dog, I don't believe you, yeah? But actually, this is part of the Buddhist worldview, that we can pass through many, many different realms of existence. And we have passed through many, many different states of existence, yeah, in all our previous lives, yeah? In the Lamrim, it says if we piled up all the heads we had from previous lives, it would be a huge mountain bigger than Mount Everest, yeah? And according to the Lamrim text, yeah, we've already been everywhere, done everything, had all possible rebirths, yeah? So basically, there's nothing left to try. We've done it all, yeah? The only thing we haven't tried is to achieve liberation and awakening, yeah? So till now, we tried all those things and never gained satisfaction, never gained happiness. So all our gurus and our Buddhas say, why not try something else, yeah? Why not try getting out of samsara, yeah? Okay. So, yes, anyway, so Rinpoche La, in the self-healing books, actually what Rinpoche said to this question, which many people find a little difficult, about reincarnation as other forms, not just humans, he said, no need to look outside, he said, you know? He said, even in this life now, yeah, if all we think about is our own house and getting nice food and getting a nice partner, yeah, so this is actually an animal existence, so no need to look at and worry about the next life because you already got it, yeah, okay. So anyway, so like this, yeah. So these what's called the 6 realms of existence. In one day, we can pass through all 6 of them, yeah. These are our psychological states, yeah. So, of course, if we have them now, we can have them after death and in the next life, yeah. But yeah. Anyway. However, it does say in the Lamrim text that if we take refuge sincerely in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we will not be reborn in the lower realms, like as an animal here. And this is one of the reasons why we take refuge, yeah, to avoid such a thing, yeah. I don't know. So I honestly think if anybody sincerely practices the Dharma with sincere motivation, I think very unlikely there would be, personally, I think it would be very unlikely they'd be reborn as a dog or anything like that, yeah? However, yeah. The sutra texts do say things like that, yeah? However, Rinpoche was always like, trying to bring the teachings into the modern world, no? So he said, actually, look inside, get a big mirror, look at yourself, yeah? If you want to see your animal states of existence every day when you behave like in a low way, just thinking about your relationship, your nest, yeah? You're already there. No need to think anything further than that, yeah? Yeah, anyway, so what else can I tell you, yeah? Of course, horse, yeah? Horse in our Vajrayana system is linked to the Buddhist deity Hayagriva, the horse-throated one, yeah? Hayagriva is actually one deity, let's say, one from the Vedic pantheon, yeah, who actually, let's say, Lord Buddha made him into a Buddhist deity, yeah, okay, because Lord Buddha took the things around him and gave a Buddhist significance to what was around him in his world, yeah. So there's a very, very powerful Vedic deity called Hayagriva, yeah, for overcoming obstacles, and also we have an extremely powerful Buddhist deity, Buddhist Guru Buddha called Hayagriva, who's called the horse-necked one, and he has like 3 horses above his head, yeah, and the neighing of the horses are so powerful they shatter all the conceptions of dualistic appearance and shatter the 3 realms, yeah, okay, so what's left when the 3 realms are shattered are non-dual bliss and emptiness, yeah, nirvana, the union of samsara and nirvana and liberation, yeah, so very, very powerful practice within our tradition. Also, Rinpoche was a healer, no? So he emphasized very much the practice of Vajrapani, Hayagriva, Garuda, yeah? So last time, actually, I was talking about this book, no, that Rinpoche made, Great Wheel Vajrapani, NgalSo Self-Healing Practice, a Panacea for a Peaceful Mind, yeah? So this practice, yeah, is to help us have a stable mind. Many times we have like depression, anxiety, stress, no, like we call lung in Tibetan, yeah. So we're very nervous, we have insomnia, we get hysterical, we get depressed, we get angry, all kinds of negative states, yeah. So this practice is to help us have a steady, peaceful mind, yeah. So I don't know if you can see on the cover the Vajrapani body, yeah. Vajrapani is the how do you say, is one Akshobhya emanation of Lord Buddha, yeah. So the main deity is Vajrapani, yeah. Actually, also one of the 8 bodhisattvas. He's represents stability, very strong, stable mind. And above his head is there's a green horse head, the energy of Hayagriva, and above, we talked about this time, a green Garuda, yeah, okay? So these are to pacify all kinds of different like psychological problems that, let's say, in ancient times were somehow identified as being things outside of ourselves, but we can say, let's say in a modern way, all these are like psychological problems that we have ourselves, yeah, okay? So anyway, if you're interested, yeah, this book is available through the NgalSo website, yeah, so if you want, we have an online shop, so if you want to read that, you're very welcome, yeah, okay, yeah. So anyway, actually maybe I'll have a little look here, what it says, yeah. Let me see what it says about this, yeah. So anyway, so the Hayagriva is like this horse. I cannot reproduce this. Look on YouTube, a horse neighing, yeah? Okay, so this horse neighing sound, yeah? So it, let me see what it says here. So it completely overcomes various kinds of negative energies, yeah? It's a very, like, blessed sound, yeah? And also the sound of Hayagriva is like the laughing sound is the sound of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, the 5 supreme healers, yeah, okay. Let's have a look, 1 second. Let's see if I can find something here. Okay. Okay, so anyway, so here, actually I'm looking at page 82, yeah. So it says the Hayagriva energy of the combined Vajrapani Hayagriva Garuda, yeah, is actually to pacify what's called sense spirits, yeah. So what does this actually mean? It's like a kind of when we get really angry, when we get nervous, we get frustrated, yeah, and And so when people like get them out of control with like strong, super strong aggression, we say it's a sen. Okay, yeah. So it's like a combination of strong aggression and mental imbalance. Yeah, some people have this, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. And it's based on like a blockage of the, actually medically, a blockage of the pranas in the heart chakra. Okay. So anyway, doing this Hayagriva part of the Vajrapani Hayagriva is unblocking actually this energy, this part of the body, yeah, and transforming that energy actually into love. Yeah, it's a very beautiful practice. Yeah. So anyway, so there's one flash, yeah, on the cover. Yeah. So if you're interested, please look there. So interesting. Yeah. Okay. Now we call this this actually comes from the Gushi, the medical tantras. Yeah. So they have like, of course, psychology and psychiatry, yeah, because it's not just people in the 21st century who have mental problems. Of course, people have always had them, yeah. So they have many, many different healing methods, interesting healing methods to balance the mind, yeah. So Lama Caroline, actually, he was excellent expert in this, yeah. He had this special quality that if somebody was very disturbed, people would just become super calm and quiet and sweet and very pacified around him. Yeah, okay. And it was said that he was a kind of Vajrapani emanation. So he had this like very, I mean, all these kind of so-called wrathful Buddhas, okay, their energy is the energy of strong love. Yeah, okay, so strong that the mind is pacified of the people around them, and it's like no choice. Yeah, just that's it. You know. So many times, for example, people would go to Rinpoche and they were upset or disturbed about something, and they would just see him and he would be so sweet and so kind, and they would think, this is true, yeah? This also happened to me, yeah? So you'd completely forget what you were annoyed about, yeah? So this is the Vajrapani quality, yeah? So this is something we should try and cultivate, yeah? So anyway, so the divine horse is part of the Vajrapani Hayagriva Garuda practice, yeah? Okay? So we should definitely, we followers of NgalSo, we should definitely try and make that part of our daily lives or weekly. We should not neglect this practice, okay? It's one of the practices that for Rinpoche was very important, yeah? So what he showed us, we should try and do, no? There was some reason he was showing these things for us because there's many other practices that he didn't show, okay? So I was indicating that for us modern people, it's of extreme benefit to do these practices, okay? So anyway, Supreme Horse, yeah, okay. So we have many stories, of course. For example, there's one Jataka story. This is the story of Lord Buddha before he achieved enlightenment, yeah, when he was a bodhisattva, yeah. So it doesn't mean Siddhartha, yeah. Siddhartha was the last incarnation before he achieved awakening. When we talk about the bodhisattva, actually in what's called the Jataka, the birth stories, there's over 600 birth stories, which, of course, if you think from the Buddhist point of view, we would have had more than 600 lives, no? But yeah, Lord Buddha himself, he said, when people asked him, how many lives have we all had? He said, I'm not going to answer. This is not relevant. We just need to find a solution to suffering, yeah? We need to get out of samsara, yeah? But within the Jataka collection, there's over 600 birth stories of like the bodhisattva's spiritual progress through many, many lifetimes, accumulating merit and wisdom, yeah? Until finally he took rebirth as Siddhartha and became the wheel-turning Buddha, Shakyamuni, okay? So the Jataka tales are illustrated on the Borobudur Stupa Mandala of central Java, Indonesia, which is a place where we went to many, many times with Rinpoche. I think Rinpoche went there like 30 times or something. And so beautiful, yeah? And so there's like 6 major sutras, I think 6. There's the illustrated on the side of Borobudur. So what are they? First main one actually is Lalita Vistara, which is the story of Lord Buddha. So important. Everybody should own a copy of this, if not our copy anyway. You should get a copy of this if you're interested in Buddhism, yeah? So beautiful, the life of the Buddha, yeah? Yeah, so incredible. Yeah? Then there's what's called the Jatakas, which is the story of the Buddha, of the Bodhisattva, 600 lives before. So it's showing like how he got to this life, yeah? Yeah, so very, very interesting, yeah? Then there's also something called the Avadana, which is the life stories, the previous life stories of all the Buddha's close disciples, yeah? Like Subhuti, Ananda, Mahakashyapa, yeah, and so on, okay? So they also had previous lives, so that also their stories. Yeah, okay. Then we have the what do we have? The Gandhavyuha Sutra, the entry into the realm of reality, or the how do you say, the emanated display sutra, yeah, which is showing the spiritual pilgrimage of Bodhisattva Sudana, who meets 52 gurus and also achieves enlightenment. So the point of that is that we see the life of the Buddha. It's so incredible. He had all these hundreds of past lives, finally achieved enlightenment. So we might think, oh, that's too much for me. So therefore, there's the Gandhavyuha Sutra, giving the story of not exactly every man, but of one bodhisattva called Sudana, who meets many, travels around India and Sri Lanka, Nepal, around the Indian subcontinent to Indonesia, meeting many gurus, and each guru helps him on one stage of the spiritual path. It's a very beautiful story because it means if we see in the right way, everybody can tell us something positive, yeah, okay? Till he also achieves awakening, he achieves enlightenment, yeah? And then at the bottom, which is the hidden one, there's the Karma Vibhanga, which is the great exposition of Karma Sutra, which is covered up, yeah? You can only see in the museum, yeah? Okay. So all these sutras were carved there on the order of the Sailendra kings who wanted to give like a kind of, let's say, not exactly like it's a bit like a big stained glass window or something. It's all in pictures, yeah? So everybody, like even somebody who was not educated, if they had somebody pointing out, they could follow the stories of the sutras, yeah? So, okay, within that, yeah, we have something called the Jatakas, yeah, the birth stories. Actually, there's on Borobudur, there's over 500. Supposedly in the collection, there's 547 Jatakas, yeah, okay? And there's one called the Valahasa Jataka, yeah? Jataka means birth story, yeah? Okay. So in this particular birth story, they have actually the Pegasus, the divine white horse, yeah? The flying horse, as they have in the Greek mythology, yeah? As you have the one in the sky, no? Okay. So I thought I might tell you this story, yeah? Okay. So let me just find it 1 second, yeah? Just because it's a super nice story and it's on Borobudur. Actually, Rinpoche wanted us to make a book with all these, I mean, it's a lot, no? 500 stories, but anyway. If anybody likes to help, very welcome, yeah? Okay? Because Rinpoche left us so much to do, it's kind of little impossible for just a few of us to complete this, yeah? Okay? But anyway, so please, friends, if you'd like to help, please get in touch with Sharon, with Carmen, yeah, with the people involved in the Lama Caroline Peace publications, and let's work together to do all these incredible, beautiful, unfinished projects of Rinpoche, yeah? And we finish them and we present to Rinpoche's next incarnation, yeah? Okay? Okay, so Jataka 196, the Valahasa Jataka, yeah? Okay? Okay, so once upon a time in the island of Ceylon, yeah, which is now Sri Lanka, yeah? Yeah? There was that that time, I don't know, in Buddhism, somehow Sri Lanka, which is actually a super nice place, yeah? But somehow in North Indian Buddhism, Sri Lanka seems to have a bit of a bad reputation as a place of like evil beings. Why, I'm not sure, because actually Sri Lanka is a beautiful place with the most kind people, most gentle people, so beautiful, okay? But anyway, that time they had this feeling, strangely, but anyway, yeah. So anyway, there's this story of there's a caravan, let's say, a convoy of merchant ships, yeah, who've set out, yeah, to cross the oceans from India, yeah, to find riches, to find jewels, to find silks, you know, to find riches, okay? So anyway, so these merchants, they set off from India and finally they arrive in Sri Lanka, in Ceylon, yeah, okay? So they arrive there, yeah, and then they get out, yeah, to explore the place, and they see one beautiful city, yeah, okay. And so they're welcomed into the city, and they see many people eating, drinking, and so the people say, oh, please eat with us, yeah. So the merchants, yeah, say thank you so much, and they dine together with the people of the city, yeah, okay. So then what happens is that okay, in this city, a slight detail I forgot to tell you, the city is full. Is a city of women. Yeah, okay. Yeah, actually, they're all quite good-looking, beautiful women. So all the merchants and the male merchants, when they arrive, actually they're quite delighted and happy. It's like, oh, we arrived in this place. There's so many beautiful women. Yeah. So then, after the ladies have presented like food and drink to the merchants, they say, "Dear sirs, yeah, okay. Unfortunately, 3 years ago, our own husbands 3 years ago set out to sea. They were also merchants, but their ships went down. So we're all widows. Yeah, okay. So please, dear sirs, we're all poor, very attractive-looking young widows. Would you kindly become our husbands?" So the merchants immediately say yes without even thinking twice. Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, so that all the merchants, yeah, the 500 merchants, they then marry all these beautiful women. Yeah. But what they don't realize is that that actually these beautiful women is actually an illusion, and these ladies, unfortunately, are not so beautiful. They're actually yakshasas. Yakshasa is a kind of flesh-eating goblin, yeah. So not the kind of lady you'd really like to be married to. But anyway, unfortunately, they succumb to the enchantment, and they all get married to the 500 500 goblinesses. Yeah, okay, yeah. So. Okay, so first few weeks it's okay, but then they start to say, "Oh, where is Johannes? Where is I don't know, yeah, Tom? Where is?" So I saw him last week. Now he's not here, and then gradually, one by one, the merchants start to disappear. Yeah, and after a while, they suddenly realise that actually the goblinesses are eating them. That's why their party is getting less and less. Yeah, okay. So then and also, one time, the eldest merchant, the leader of the merchants, one night he's, let's say, in bed with his beautiful wife, and the enchantment wears off. So he's like, first he's there with a beautiful woman, then wakes up, he's like, ah, and he realizes he's embracing a horrible gobliness. Yeah. So then they're all like, oh no, we've got to get out of here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But okay. Yeah. So then the merchants, they have a secret meeting, and they say, we must. Okay, so they say, this is terrible. We've been enchanted by female goblinesses. We must escape. But 250 of them say, no way, we're staying. Yeah, we love our wives. Yeah. So anyway, nothing to do. They're going to get eaten. Yeah. Okay. So at that time, the Bodhisattva, now this is where the Buddha's past life comes in. At that time, the Bodhisattva, which is the past life of Lord Buddha, had come into the world as a flying white horse, yeah, okay? The supreme white horse, yeah, like a Pegasus, yeah? Completely white all over, yeah? With beautiful white mane like munja grass, which must be very, very beautiful, yeah? And he was possessed of the supernatural power, being able to fly like the Pegasus in the Greek legends, yeah? So from the Himalayas, he flew through the air until he came to Ceylon, which is quite far, yeah, very far, yeah. Even in the plane, it's far, yeah. So then he was flying around over Ceylon, yeah. And then he came down to have something to eat as a horse, no? Even though he's a divine horse, he needs to eat some grass, so he came down, yeah. So as he came down and he was grazing, he heard the merchants having their meeting, yeah, and saying, we want to leave, but we're trapped on this island. And also the demonesses have also like sunk their ships, of course, so they're trapped, yeah, just waiting to be eaten by these goblins, yeah. So then the Bodhisattva, he said, he went to the merchants and he said, who would like, yeah, jump on my back, yeah, and I'll take you home, yeah, okay. So then, climbing up, some laid hold of his tail, some remained. All the merchants who wished to leave, because many of them were enchanted and didn't wish. So a few of them, they climbed onto the back of the great white horse. Yeah, okay. And then he rescued them. He flew away and took them, set them all back down in their own place in India. Yeah, okay. And even deliver them back to their own homes and back to their own wives, who were like, oh, where have you been? Yeah. I said, oops, sorry. I inadvertently married a gobliness in Sri Lanka. Sorry about that, darling. Also, I haven't brought back any jewels or anything, but at least I'm alive. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And then it says, the story says, all the ones who were left were unfortunately devoured by the she-goblinesses. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, so then the Jataka tales, they come about because in the time of the Buddha, it's like the Buddha's having kind of like flashbacks of other lives, yeah, like people come to him and something happens, and then the Buddha would say, actually this is like this because in the other life this and this happened, yeah. So then this is the actual story, is that 250 people, yeah, okay, what did they do? Yeah, they were okay. They started to follow the Buddha, but then they kind of thought, "Oh, I give up. Yeah, I want to go back to the normal life." Yeah, okay. So then 250 people, they wanted to leave the Buddhist Sangha, which of course they could do, you know. But then the Buddha was talking with the rest of the Sangha. He said, "This is because in this other life, these 250, yeah, who want to leave, yeah, these were the ones who were enchanted by the goblinesses, yeah, okay, who didn't seek liberation when it was offered to them, yeah. So now, as a result, they still have that karmic tendency." And he said, in that life, yeah, I was the white horse, the Pegasus, yeah, okay, yeah. And he said the 250 merchants who came with me, they're now the members of the Buddhist Sangha, yeah, who are now entering into the path to liberation, yeah. So this is one of the one of the Jataka tales of Buddhism, yeah. It's believed actually that this story, yeah, it's actually, I think it's part of the 100 Arabian Nights stories, yeah, okay. So a lot of these stories went from culture to culture, yeah. But the original, let's say the original version actually of these stories are Buddhist, yeah, okay. So anyway, so that's one story about this supreme horse, yeah. So we have a lot of stories about this supreme horse in Buddhism that can travel the world 3 times in a day, yeah, like this anyway. And it's a symbol of like divine kingship and so on, yeah, okay. Anyway, that's one story, yeah, okay. So anyway, whether we believe all these things or not, yeah, okay, in Buddhism it's very, very important, yeah, how we relate to animals, yeah. So I thought I might talk about this today, yeah, a little bit, seeing as it's something that's interesting for many people in our Sangha. Often people ask questions about how can they take care of animals when they're sick, or if, I don't know, sometimes people send messages saying, oh, I have termites in my house in Brazil, my termites are eating my house, what shall I do, yeah? Because termites can even eat a concrete house, yeah? Or my dog is very old, what shall I do? Shall I give it euthanasia or not? So I thought I'd talk a little bit about, you know, animal rights and Buddhism, yeah, okay. Thought that might be interesting, yeah, okay. Let me just find it, 1 second, yeah. Okay, here we are, yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So, of course, the first thing is, okay, of course, Lord Buddha, let's say the main basic idea of Buddhism is ahimsa, isn't it? Non-violence, yeah, towards all beings and the environment. So all beings means other forms of life, like animals, yeah, okay, not just towards other human beings, yeah. But I thought it'd be a nice little bit to look at how animals are seen in Buddhism, yeah, okay, yeah. So the historical Buddha, actually Siddhartha, when he was Prince Siddhartha, he was born in the Vedic times. Okay, now in Vedic times, yeah, it's not like modern India. Yeah, okay, they had actually Indo-Aryan religions. Yeah, so one of the things that I mean, of course they had many different kinds of religious practices, not just one. Yeah, this for sure. Yeah. But one of the things they had actually was kind of like horse rituals, yeah. So if a king was died, for example, they would like slaughter like hundreds or even thousands of horses. You could see this even in Europe, no? Like with the Vikings, with the Celts, who were also Indo-Aryans, yeah. They would slaughter and offer many also. So that whole part from India through Central Europe, Central Asia, even to Europe, yeah, North Europe, even to Ireland and so on. they had this thing of slaughtering horses, yeah? So this is one thing that Lord Buddha was totally against. He said, absolutely, my followers are not allowed to kill animals, yeah, in religious rituals. Yes, that was one of the first things that differentiated Buddhists from Vedic practitioners, yeah? Not that all of them did, but, he said, no way, So this has always been a thing in Buddhism, that we're not allowed to kill animals, yeah, okay? Yeah. Okay, so actually within Buddhist ethics, of course, we have ahimsa, non-violence, yeah? And the first Buddhist precept is do not kill, preserve life, yeah? From this, because Siddhartha was against Vedic animal sacrifice, he then said, listen, everybody who is earning a living by killing animals, like butchers, hunters, fishermen, yeah, this is not okay. This is not right livelihood. And the Buddha said, please, Buddhists, do not do this job, okay, yeah? And it was listed together with robbers, executioners, and jailers, yeah, as jobs one should not do, yeah, okay, and weapon makers, yeah, okay, yeah. So please, anybody who's taken refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we should not consider that as a worthwhile kind of job, yeah, okay. Actually, in the Vinaya, it says a monk or a nun, yeah, of course, I'm a layperson, no, but still, so the monk, but anyway, we all have the vows of ahimsa, yeah, so the monks and nuns, their vow of ahimsa, yeah, is they should not kill any living being, even down to an ant or a termite, yeah? So if you're a monk or a nun and termites eat your house, I'm afraid you have to move, yeah? You have to let the termite, to give your house to the termites, yeah? Okay? Yeah? Okay, lay people, we have some other solution, but that's the Vinaya is that one, yeah? Okay? Yeah? So since the earliest times, yeah? The Buddhist shramanas, the early Sangha, yeah? Why Rinpoche always said that why they started the rains retreats, yeah. In India they have a monsoon season, yeah. So why they started to gather in one place, yeah, and they founded the first viharas, yeah, was because when it's raining, there was a big danger they would kill many animals when they were walking about, yeah. So they decided to sit out the rainy season, yeah, in order to save the life of many animals, yeah. Okay. Also the fully ordained monks, yeah, okay, of India, and this is actually still part of the kit that Tibetan monks are supposed to have, yeah, on the pictures at least. They're supposed to have a water strainer so they can save the life of any animals that might get caught up in drinking water and filters and stuff like that, yeah, okay, yeah. However, by the way, yeah, okay, in the time of Lord Buddha, there was, many different kinds of Shramana traditions, spiritual wanderers, one of which are the Jain tradition, which is still very much alive and well today in India, yeah. So the Jain people, they believe that everything is sentient, including plants and trees, yeah, okay. Yeah, and actually their practice of ahimsa is actually more, let's say, strong than Buddhists even, yeah, okay. But actually, the Buddha, he decided to eliminate, yeah. He said, okay, yeah, don't kill down to an ant, yeah. But he didn't say about plants, yeah. He said, okay, we need to protect the environment, and he did say actually, he said cutting down 100 trees is like the same negative karma of killing one person. Although nowadays we shouldn't cut down trees, yeah. We should plant trees. All our gurus are showing us we need to, like Rinpoche, no, Lama Caroline, yeah. One of the last things he did in his life was to plant the long life forest of Serinjong in the Alpahara Mountains in Spain, and he set up many reforestation projects. Yeah, okay. But anyway, yes, okay. I know nowadays we have this Gaia theory, yeah, in modern times, but in Buddhist philosophy, we do not believe that plants are sentient, or not very sentient anyway. Maybe something is there. Some some flowers, no, they turn to the light and stuff like that, yeah. And some flowers open and close, but still, we don't believe that, according to Buddhist philosophy, that they're sentient in the same way like an ant or a termite is, yeah. Why? Because an ant, for example, or any semchen, any being with mind, yeah, okay. None of them wants to suffer. Each one wishes to experience pleasure. Nobody wants to experience pain, yeah. So, for example, an ant, yeah, If you put your hand like that, they will move away because they're trying to avoid pain and suffering, yeah? Whereas plants will not. Anyway, I know this is a controversial subject, but as a Buddhist, we have to actually know what the Buddhist point of view is. And then, of course, whether we agree or not is another subject. Yeah, in Buddhism, we have actually a very free intellectual environment. Like everybody can say whatever they like as long as they can prove it, actually. Yeah. So, for example, if somebody can debate with us and prove that plants are sentient, why not? Okay. Yeah. I mean, for example, actually in Buddhism, one thing that they do believe actually is that the bacteria within your body are sentient beings. So, okay, your pot plant may not be a sentient being, yeah, that you talk to, but inside your body you have hundreds of millions and billions of bacteria. Now, according to Buddhism, each one of those is a sentient being, yeah, and they are sensitive to our emotions, our thoughts. So we have to be kind to them. We have to be soft to them. If not, they react and they harm us, yeah. And we get many sicknesses and many infections, yeah? Rinpoche actually had translated one book on the subject, one Buddhist medical text about this, yeah? Which one day we will publish, yeah? Okay. Okay, anyway. Okay, another thing in Buddhism that generally, of course, best is to be vegetarian, no doubt, yeah? Okay. However, if people are not vegetarian, then generally the idea is like it's better to kill as little as possible, which is from where comes the Buddhist, let's say, Tibetan idea, let's say, that you should eat a big animal rather than a small one, because many small ones is many lives, whereas one big one is one life, yeah? Okay. So that's one idea that we have, yeah. Actually, in Tibet, they had not very nice idea of like, okay, the Tibetan people, it's cold, no? Also, they didn't have many vegetables, yeah. Unfortunately, because of climatic factors, if you were not a meat eater or a milk eater, or a butter eater, life would have been pretty hard in Tibet, yeah, almost impossible, yeah. Yeah, unless you were like Milarepa and had some superpower of digestion and could just eat sampa and nettles or something. More or less everybody else, including the lamas, the monks, the nuns, they ate meat, yeah, because there was very little else to eat, yeah, okay. So they had this idea: eat big animals, not small animals, which is why they didn't eat things like fishes and small animals, yeah. And also, actually, in Tibet, they had the thing of like, if you're a Buddhist, you're not allowed to kill, no? So they used to get, this is unfortunately true, they used to get non-Buddhists to be butchers, yeah, okay? Because it was against the possibility of a Buddhist to do it, yeah? I know it's not, anyway. So one thing is the theory and one thing is what people actually used to do, yeah, okay? Anyway. Vegetarianism, yeah, had really developed in East Asian Buddhism. Yeah, it was in Chinese Mahayana Buddhism. It was like very, very like if you're a Mahayana Buddhist, you have to be a vegetarian. Yeah, and there was one empress, yeah, who decided later on in her life to enter a monastery, yeah, nunnery. And so she's an empress, yes. I said, okay, I'll go and live in the nunnery, but I want some decent food. So then they start this thing of like making like soya products, yeah, vegetarian food, look like fish, like meat, and so on, yeah. So actually, in China, they have this incredible like vegetarian technology, which actually they don't have in other countries, of making like vegetarian food that looks exactly like a fish or exactly like meat. Yeah. Okay, now they're starting a little bit with this in the West, no? Like they have some kind of fake meat products, but in China it's really something incredible. One time we went to Wutai Shan, yeah, the holy mountains in Manjusri, and I remember we went to one of these special vegetarian restaurants, yeah, for Buddhists, yeah. So they say that the cooks in these restaurants, yeah, they get paid like 3 times more than all the other cooks because they have to be highly skilled to make this special vegetarian food. Anyway, this was instituted by one empress, yeah, who wanted like the food she liked, but didn't involve killing, yeah? Okay, yeah. Anyway. So, yeah. So, it's another thing is that, okay, yeah. not only a Buddhist supposed to be vegetarian, so okay, so I mean, okay, whether you are, of course, everybody's completely free, yeah, okay, yeah. A lot of us are flexitarians. We try to be, but not fully. But that's why for example, Albaniano, that's why our center is vegetarian, yeah, because we don't want to create that collective karma of killing, yeah, regardless of what we might do individually. That's up to us individually, yeah. But as a center, yeah, as a sangha, we want to create the energy of long life, yeah. So actually, not killing, yeah, being vegetarian is a long life practice. Now during the pandemic, yeah, in Brazil, we had some friends who were very, very seriously ill in intensive care with COVID, and then some of our friends, they organized to buy many, many, many chickens, which are now living very happily, long life chickens on a farm in Buzios, yeah, and also many other kinds of animals. And they freed these. You have to get animals that are going to be slaughtered, yeah. So they save these animals' lives, yeah. Now they're happy chickens, yeah. So this is possible, yeah. Okay, so you might, if you want to do that idea, you might as well be a vegetarian, no? Because every time you're not eating meat, it's saving an animal's life, no, isn't it? Yeah. So also you can actively go and save animals, yeah, if you can, of course, if it's possible, yeah, okay. And also we have a tradition in Buddhism of giving food to animals. So for example, Rinpoche in Albaniano, that's why you always used to, we had like Sering, the long life wild boar, yeah, okay. Now poor Sering actually had a leg shot off by a hunter because they're in the Val Grande. Some parts they have hunting season, no? So poor Sering was a three-legged javali, a wild boar, but who became very fat, yeah, because they used to feed Sering like Italian food, yeah. So she was a very big fat Sering in the end, yeah. Anyway, so there's many, many photos of this, yeah. And every time Rinpoche used to come out the temple, the wild boars would come, yeah, okay. And he would feed them things, yeah, okay. Also, I think we had a long life horse as well, yeah, okay. I think that's still around somewhere. No, cow, long life cow, yeah, okay. In Tibet, they used to put like a red wool on the animals that weren't allowed to be killed, yeah, that were used for saving people's lives, yeah, okay. Anyway, now I think they're kept as pets, yeah, okay, on various farms, yeah, okay. So anyway, so it's good to feed animals, yeah, okay. And for example, like Buddhist practitioners, if there's animals in danger, we should definitely try and save them if possible, yeah, okay. Like, so a fish in a pond that's drying out, we should, get them an aquarium and so on, yeah, okay. And anyway, so yes, so we have lots of friends who are into like taking care of animals in our sangha. So yes, the Rinpoche always supported this. For example, like Claudia in Brazil, yeah, like with taking. By the way, yeah, anybody who likes to comment during this session, you're welcome. You can send me a message, yeah, okay. Because lots and lots of people, how do you say, in our sangha are interested in taking care of animals and animal welfare, which is a good thing actually, yeah, okay. Yeah, Rinpoche actually designed like some like pendants which were for which I can't remember exactly. They have some like astrological symbols on them, yeah, to put around the neck of like cats and dogs and things, yeah, to give like one blessing, one positive energy for them, yeah, okay. So that's another subject, yeah. So actually, if we have a cat or a dog or a lizard or a parrot or whatever, we have a pet, yeah. So actually, yeah, the Buddhist idea is to give your parrot or your lizard or your dog or your cat a Dharma name, yeah? Call it something auspicious like Tashi or... Actually, one time many years ago, I was living in one Dharma centre in the north of England, yeah? And we had, in Manjusri, and we had two cats. One was called Om Mani and the other was called Pemi Hum, yeah? So every time we called the cats for dinner, we used to say Om Mani Pemi Hum, Om Mani Pemi Hum, yeah? So if you have a pet, yeah, because this is the Buddhist idea, you should give your cat or your dog, your pet, a positive name, yeah, and you should say mantras to it. And when you give it the cat or dog food or lizard or parrot food or whatever it is, yeah, then every time you give the food, you should do the blessing of the food and the water, like we do for ourselves, yeah, okay. And we do Oma Home Yam Ram Lam Bam. We have the ritual for blessing the food, so we should also do this for the dog and the cat, yeah, okay, or whatever pet we have. Why? Because the pet is not always going to be a dog or a cat, yeah. And so if you expose, let's say, your pet dog or cat or your pet, yeah, to mantras, to the recitation of sutras. If you, for example, in Albaniano, no, we have the extremely holy stupa of our precious Guru, Lama Caroline Rinpoche. So if you have, I don't know, a pet, actually, the Buddhist advice is, I don't know, put your cat in a cat basket and walk it around the stupa, yeah? Okay, maybe don't have it like running wild around there, but there's many stories of how animals that in this way, because they're not able to consciously accumulate merit, no? They can only accumulate merit sort of like by chance if they happen to be exposed to positive energies, yeah, because they don't have the rational thought like we do, yeah. So there's many stories, like, for example, one famous Buddhist story. One time there was a stupa, holy stupa, and there was a flood, yeah. So as the waters rushed around the stupa, it's in Tibet, yeah. So then the water picks up some yak poo, yeah. So yak poo in Tibet, yeah, is what they use for fuel, yeah. So it's like kind of dry, yeah? Okay, like so quite light. So there's some yak poo started to float around the stupa, yeah, on its way past down the hill, yeah. So on the yak poo was some dry yak poo was some flies, yeah. So because of the yak poo and the flies floating around the stupa, because of the flood, the flies accumulated enough positive energy to be reborn as humans, yeah. Okay, and like this, actually, there's many stories in Buddhism of people who've been pigeons and who heard the Prajna Paramita, and actually there's one, who was it? I've forgotten. I have to look it up. Very famous Buddhist master. I need to check the name, but anyway, he was a pigeon, and it was a bird, pet bird, and his master, yeah, was always reciting the sutra. So then, in the next life, this pigeon was reborn as a famous Buddhist teacher. Okay, and like this, we have tons of stories. So this is why we bless the food and the dogs, yeah, and also we do prayers, actually. I mean, nowadays, no, in the West, they start to have like pet cemetery and this kind of thing, but Buddhists, we've always had prayers for pets, yeah, because we don't believe that that's their true inherent existence of being a dog or a cat, yeah. So yes, we do have these kind of things, yeah, okay. Yeah. And actually, you know, like, for example, many of our lamas have got dogs, no? And they're dogs and cats pets, yeah? Okay, so they say that any interaction with a bodhisattva is positive, yeah? So those little beings are very fortunate, you know, to be in the company of high bodhisattvas, holy beings, yeah? Getting some positive imprints, hearing mantras, hearing pujas, yeah? So yes, yeah. One thing they say in the Tibetan tradition is, like, in many Dharma centers, like in Tibet, no, they have like lots of dogs, actually, not little dogs like we have, like huge dogs, yeah, like guard dogs, yeah. So they say that these guard dogs, like these mastiffs, these Tibetan mastiffs, are the reincarnations of monks that broke their ethics, yeah, okay. So, okay, they had some kind of positive energy, but they were not very ethical, so then they were reborn as the monastery guardian dogs, yeah. And also in the Lamrim, it says that if you want to be, but like, so some dogs, no, they have incredible lives, no, like most luxurious life with beautiful everything, no, yeah. So so these dogs, you know, that have their own dog whisperer and hairdresser and, you know, everything, yeah, special diets and dentists that cost more than human dentists, is true, yeah. So those dogs are, again, like people who were very generous but were not ethical, yeah. So then they end up like these dogs, you know, like in Milan, yeah, in Italy, we have like a dog boutique, yeah, with like designer clothes for dogs. Like you can get, honestly, I'm not joking, Versace clothes for dogs, yeah, or Gucci, yeah, okay. Anyway, why? Because those beings were incredibly generous but not ethical. So anyway, so if you don't want to be a dog in a Gucci shoes, yeah, which is possible, yeah, be ethical, yeah, okay, be generous and be ethical, and then that will not happen to you, okay. So we Buddhists should not kill, okay, but what happens if we kill? Of course not, yeah, but what happens if we kill unintentionally, yeah? So actually, okay, so then we have some mantras. Of course, it's not a good thing, but the thing is, we didn't deliberately intend to do it, yeah, okay. Like, for example, if you go out and unintentionally tread on something, yeah, okay, it wasn't your intention, yeah. So actually, we have some mantras for this, yeah. Actually, at the beginning of the Lama Neljo, our prayer book, yeah. Let's have a look, yeah. Which one is it, yeah? Let's have a look here. Actually, I think it's this one, yeah. Tretsara Gana Hongri Soha. Yeah, excuse me if I'm wrong, but I think it's this one. Tretsara Gana Hongri Soha. Yeah, on Tretsara Gana Hongri Soha. Yeah, because it says here in Tibetan, it says you should do this 3 times in the morning. Yeah, and you should like blow on your feet. It says, yeah. So it must be this one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like this, so this is the mantra that, I mean, obviously nobody wants to squish like a bug or something, but sometimes it happens accidentally, yeah. So then this mantra is transferring some positive energy to that being, yeah. Okay. Yeah, obviously you should not harm beings deliberately. If we do, we calm the negative karma of killing, which is not good at all, yeah. But and this is one thing that distinguishes Buddhists from Jains, yeah. Like in the ancient tradition, no, like our Buddhist shramanas, they were allowed to walk outside, yeah, okay, and they acknowledged that it was possible to kill beings accidentally, okay. And then we had some ways like this mantra or Vajrasattva to purify that, yeah. Whereas in the Jain tradition, they go with a broom, you know, to sweep away the animals so that they don't tread on them. So they have like an even more strong protection of life than we do, actually, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, speaking of which, by the way, I have to tell you this honestly, yeah. By the way, Lord Buddha was not a vegetarian, yeah, even though definitely the Buddha was against killing, yeah. Why was the Buddha not a vegetarian? Because the Buddha, who was a prince, he gave up his princely life and became a beggar, yeah, a vikshu, yeah, a spiritual wanderer, yeah. So as we say in English, beggars cannot be choosers, yeah. So you can't be. It's true enough. There's plenty of beggars around, and if beggars can't say, okay, I'll have that and not that. They need to accept what they're given, yeah. So despite the fact that the Buddha himself, Siddhartha, the Bodhisattva, and then Shakyamuni Buddha, strongly advocated non-violence, he couldn't say to people when he went around for lunch, I'll have this and not that, yeah, okay? So they would just bring the bowl and accept what was given to them, yeah? So there's actually a story that Devadatta, which is the Buddha's evil cousin, yeah, he was actually, this is an amazing story, but it's true, yeah. So Devadatta, Buddha's evil cousin, yeah. One thing he wanted to criticize the Buddha about was for not being vegetarian, okay, yeah. So the Devadatta decided to start an order of vegetarians, yeah, in order to say that Lord Buddha Shakyamuni was no good because he was not a vegetarian, yeah. Okay, but anyway, the Buddha's idea was to be accessible to everybody, yeah, okay, to go in every house and whatever he was given, he would accept, yeah. So he was thinking like this, yeah, okay. So all these things, you need to think in many different ways. Buddhist ethics are very deep, very profound, you know, okay. Also, and you know, so there's many shades of Bordeaux, let's say, in Buddhist ethics, yeah, okay. You need to think a lot, yeah, okay. Yes, of course, we don't want to kill, but actually, non-violence is one of the most difficult things to do completely. And let's see if there's any messages here. Yeah. So we need to think in many, many different ways how to do. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if there's any messages here. Okay. Oh yes, pick it. So you can't see this, but those of you who have the in the signal group of the retreat, you can see the pictures of the happy chickens from Brazil. Yes, I'll write down the phonetics of the mantra for when we accidentally squish bugs, yeah, okay? I'll do that afterwards, yeah, okay? Actually, one thing it does say, though, okay, because, like for example, me, I'm not a vegetarian, although I do eat a lot of vegetarian food, yeah, okay? But I'm not a hypocrite either. I cannot claim to be something I'm not, yeah, okay? So, yeah, for us, how to say, yeah? One thing it says for you should not do, yeah, okay, people who still eat animals, yeah, okay, it says, okay, you should not eat loads of small ones, so sorry, like little seafood actually is not okay, like, sorry, everybody who lives on the seaside, gambari and all this, yeah. Why? Because it's many lives, yeah. So if you go in a seafood restaurant, yeah, then you'd have to have a fish, yeah, not many little like octopus or something, yeah, because it's too many lives, yeah. Another thing it says, yeah, actually, because I'm just remembering like things that happened in the past, is we should not eat like young animals younger than 6 months, yeah. So for example, in Italy and in the Mediterranean, they have this tradition of eating very young lambs, no, for Easter. So as Buddhists, even if we eat meat, we should say, no, thank you, I will not eat that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because it's actually one Mahayana thing is don't eat like young animals who are suckling from the mother. Yeah, okay. So this is something we could all do, whether we eat meat or not. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, then next subject, mosquitoes. What we're going to do about those, yeah? Okay, so ancient idea was, okay, get a mosquito net. So if we go in Asia, if we go in India or Thailand or Dharmakaya, someplace like that, what the meditators do, Japan, is they get a mosquito net and they sit under it, so then they don't have the mosquitoes biting them, so then they don't need to keep killing them, yeah? Okay. Yeah, I mean, the hardcore forest monks are supposed to be able to support being bitten by the mosquitoes, but that's pretty unpleasant, yeah. So, I mean, these days we have I don't know, citronella candles, and we have all kinds of ways, or even ultrasound, to repel them, yeah. So we should try to avoid squishing them unless we are like Mahasiddha, and we have the power to transfer their consciousness to a pure land. When I guess it's okay, but they always say if you can't do it, don't do it. Yeah, it's actually okay. We have actually many in Buddhism we have various kinds of dharani, which are to make peace with various kinds of animals. Like for example, in the Theravada tradition, we have a snake parita, which is it's a kind of long mantra, which you chant and the snake likes. But actually, I think what animals really like, honestly, is the feeling of love and compassion. For example, in the Christian tradition, we have San Francisco, and it's recorded that all the animals really like him. So all the birds would come and sit on his hand. Yeah. Why? Because he had incredible feeling of love and compassion, which is true. I remember one time we went to Assisi with Rinpoche. Rinpoche used to live in Gubbio, near Assisi, yeah. So we went there many times, yeah, to visit to receive blessings. We went to do NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, not only in Buddhist places but also in important Christian sites, Hindu places, Baha'i temples, yeah. Sufi places, and many anywhere with a prehistoric places, any place with a positive energy, yeah, spiritual energy. We went to do self-healing there in order to receive the blessing of the place, and the holy beings that were there, So one time we went to Assisi, and I remember we were there with Rinpoche, and there was the clothes, of the very raggedy old clothes, 600 years old, of San Francisco and Santa Chiara. And I remember this incredible vibration of love. It was almost physical, So this story of San Francisco and the animals, that's why it's absolutely true, And animals are attracted to feelings, aren't they? Yeah. So of course, to bodhisattvas, animals are attracted. Yeah, they have this feel. Also they feel completely safe. Yeah, they can feel this Maitri energy, this loving kindness. Yeah. So also snakes, apparently, the snakes, we have these special chants. Yeah, okay, which we can chant to them. Of course, in our tradition, we also have Chenrezi Singanada. Yeah. Which is a form of Chenrezi, of course. Yeah, Avalokiteshvara practice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we could also do Om Mani Padme. We show any being, any bird, any, I don't know, chicken, snake, any being that we see. Also, when we see animals often we see animals that are dying, so we should say Om Mani Padme Hum and blow the mantras on them if possible, and dedicate that their mind goes on into the new incarnation in the best way. So they also go on the rainbow bridge to a positive incarnation and no longer take rebirth as an animal here. So we can do Om Mani Padme Hum, the mantra of Avalokiteshvara here. Okay. Okay, so yeah. So that's what we should do if we see any animal that's sick or dying, any bird or fish. Yeah, we should do Om Mani Padme Hum, yeah, okay. So of course, okay, so that reminds me, of course, famous Buddhist example of taking care of animals was the Emperor Ashoka, yeah, in India, very famous. So actually Ashoka, he was actually a really horrible person. He was a warlord, yeah, and he conquered huge amount of India, and he was an emperor, yeah. But to do that, he ended up killing hundreds of thousands of people, also in horrible ways, and he used to do horrible things, yeah, okay. But at a certain point, okay, maybe he's established his victory, but then he started to feel really, really guilty, yeah? And he took refuge in the, because he killed like hundreds, on his orders, hundreds of thousands of people had died, and many villages had been burnt, many places had become areas of famine, many animals had been destroyed. It was horrible, yeah? So then he actually took refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. And so, let's say, to atone, he didn't give back the kingdom, he kept the kingdom, but in his vast kingdom, he converted to Buddhism, and then he enacted a series of some of the first laws of animal protection in the world, yeah, okay, yeah. So there's what's called the edicts, the declarations of Emperor Ashoka of India, okay, or what was before India, okay, yeah. So he said that he established throughout his kingdom, his huge kingdom, like kind of rest houses for animals that nowadays we hear about in India and these kind of places. Well, not just in India, no, like kind of like retirement homes for old animals, like in India. They have these like cow retirement homes, for old cows, and they take really good care of them. Also, there's elephant retirement homes, donkey homes. There's a lot of these now, which is good enough, yeah. So Ashoka was one of the first people to establish this, homes for old animals, yeah. Also, he established like many places where there were like troughs of water for animals to drink, yeah. And he planted like many kinds of food along the public highways, so that horses and cattle and so on could eat, yeah, okay. He also proclaimed, on stone pillars that before he'd been eating like loads of different animals in the royal curry, in the royal kitchen, and now they were cutting down. It's like Lama Caroline said, okay, what did Rinpoche say? Every cup of coffee less is self-healing. So Ashoka said every peacock less in the royal curry is better, yeah. And every so he gave a whole list of animals that he would no longer cook, yeah, that were banned from being put in the royal curry. So he banned fishing, yeah. So he banned fishing on fast days, yeah. So in India, on the religious festivals, people were not allowed to eat fish, yeah, okay. And what else did he say? So he established like animal hospitals, which is good, like vet network, yeah, okay. And he had all the medicine herbs planted throughout India, yeah, and the constructions of wells and trees, also trees to give shelter to travelers and to animals, yeah. And he strongly advised people not to kill or to injure animals, yeah, okay. Okay, so that was his first proclamation, and then later he also prohibited completely the killing of certain species of animals, yeah, okay, like especially forest animals, yeah. Actually, things like bats. Actually, now bats aren't too popular at the moment, but Ashoka banned the killing of bats and all kinds of different animals, yeah, okay, yeah. I can't quite. I'm not. When I find his list, I'll tell you what he did, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, so, veganism, yeah, okay. So generally, Buddhists when have tended to be vegetarian rather than vegans. However, I'll share this because we have some vegan people in our sangha, which is very admirable, actually. So, for example, yeah, in India, yeah, okay, within Mahayana Buddhism, yeah, they believe that eggs are alive, no? Okay, at least the fertilized ones. So therefore, there was this idea that not to eat eggs either, yeah, because if you broke an egg, it was also killing one life. At least nowadays we know that eggs are alive if they're fertilized, yeah. So you should avoid the fertilized ones, yeah. Okay. However, in India, like cows were always used as still to this day they're used like as draft animals for like farming, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so even in Buddhist societies, that was always done, but always the Buddhist people tried not to mistreat the animals. Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. People were not allowed to harm snakes in India. Yeah, and Buddhist people at least. Yeah, okay. And there's actually a Jataka tale of one rebirth. Lord Buddha, when he was a bodhisattva, was reborn as a snake. Yeah, and in that life, he had some children who were like poking him with a stick. Yeah, okay. So then okay, there's one story about that. So that's one thing that the Buddha always said to people is do not harm snakes. Yeah, don't harm, just leave them alone. Yeah. So if you live in like for example, if you live in Brazil, this is a bit complicated. Yeah. Okay. So maybe, and nowadays we have some way to like trap them without killing them. Yeah. Okay. And then you can trap them and put them far away. Yeah. Or take them to Bhutan or something like that. Yeah. You have to do something if they're very poisonous. Yeah. But even if you have a very poisonous snake, if possible, you try not to kill it. Yeah. Okay. This is the Buddhist attitude. Yeah. Okay. We don't just think, oh, it's a threat to me and my family, I shall kill it. No, this is not the way to go. We respect life. Yeah. We're part of the web of life. We need to give space to other forms of life. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so going back to this thing of reincarnation, yeah. So, like I say, our Rinpoche, Lama Caroline, he actually said that no need to look for other rebirths. So, this thing of being reborn as animals. Yeah, he said just look at yourself. You can a lot of us behave like animals anyway. Yeah, so no need to worry about that. However, according to the Buddhist sutra tradition, if you really want to know, I'll tell you because we're talking about it. Yeah. So, if you are, how do you say? Yeah. If we're full of hatred, yeah, okay. This is supposed to be this is in the Mahakama Vibhanga, this kind of sutra, the one that's covered up on the bottom of Borobudur. There's various ideas why it might be covered up. One is we don't want to hear. Maybe the Sidelendras didn't want to hear it either. Yeah. Other ideas is the monument was falling down, so they had to do some structural repair work. Yeah. In this Mahakama Vibhanga, it shows like all the causes of like the different states of happiness and suffering. Yeah. Okay. So, for example, if you want to be reborn as a poisonous snake or a poisonous animal, just act in a poisonous way, be really horrible and nasty and hateful to other people. And one possible future rebirth is poisonous snake or poisonous animal. Okay. If you, how to say? If it's okay, this is some ideas. Yeah. Like I say, in Buddhism, we're free to agree or not agree. But anyway, they're talking points. Yeah. If we have strong wrong views, yeah, and engage in futile disputes, so we're just like fighting and criticizing just for no reason, yeah, then it says we'll be reborn as an animal who by nature is hostile, yeah. So this is an Indian example, like a snake or a mongoose, yeah, or a crow or an owl, yeah, like an animal that's like always like fighting animal, yeah, okay. Okay, so it says if you go around running riot in villages. So, dear friends, be careful. Yeah, if you run riot in villages, yeah. It says you you expel others from their homes. Yeah, you'll be reborn as a deer, frightened and living in the wilderness. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, and so on and so on. They have all these ideas about what's the cause of things. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so in the lower realms in Buddhism is called going bad, not like Breaking Bad, it's called going bad. So when the mind goes in the wrong direction, it's going down to this basic level. And like I say, whether you are a human animal or an animal, it's a direction we don't want our mind to go. We want our mind to go up, yeah? Yeah, we want the higher side of the mind to manifest, yeah? Also, even though now in modern times, yeah, a lot of people, they say, oh, okay, now I agree with reincarnation. In my next life, I want to be a cat or a dolphin or something like that. I want to be an intelligent animal, yeah. But actually, even a dolphin or a whale, apart from the fact that they have now their environment's not so good and they're, have many challenges. Even a dolphin, we should not wish to, or a cat, yeah, think, oh, my cat, it has a lovely life, it just sits on the sofa, it gets all the food it wants, it just plays all day long, yeah. But we should think, I don't want to be reborn as a pet cat, yeah, or a dog or whatever, or a pet horse, yeah. Why? Because even so, yeah, animals suffer from ignorance, unknowing, yeah, okay. And animals, anyway, what's the suffering of an animal? Hunger and thirst. Okay, you might think, oh, I sorted that out. My pet cat has even the feeding machine. But anyway, hunger, thirst, yeah. Basically, like they're always at the mercy of something else, yeah. The weather, yeah. The climate, yeah. predators, parasites, yeah? Also being abused by people. The biggest threat to animals is us, yeah? Okay? And we have treated animals extremely badly, yeah? Okay? Yeah. Animals don't have wisdom. They don't have the faculty of being able to reason, yeah? So therefore, anybody, even if you're reborn as a dolphin or any other kind of, or an ape, you know, any other kind of intelligent animal, as far as we know, yeah, so far, we never saw one that could reach the path to liberation. So even though dolphins are cute and puppies are cute and everything, we do not pray to be reborn as one of them, yeah, okay? Because it would be very, very difficult to understand the Dharma, to understand the nature of reality and achieve a free mind, yeah? To do that, we have to become human, yeah, okay? It's like the middle way, yeah? Not too much pain, not too much pleasure. We have the faculty of discrimination, yeah? We can use our human existence wisely. But of course, if we have many animals, we'd be kind to them, or, you know, naturally, as Buddhists, this is what we should do. Every animal we see around, we need to find a way to be kind to it, yeah? Okay? Yeah? Anyway, so in the Lamrim, it says, you know, and in the sutras, yeah, it says animals do not have ethics, yeah? They will even copulate with their brothers and sisters, no problem, yeah? You can see on the nature TV all the things that animals get up to, not very ethical. They cannot distinguish really between virtue and non-virtue. However, it's true animals do take care of their families. They have this feeling of empathy that's shown. Yeah, but it's difficult for an animal to accumulate merit, which is why we have to do it for them, like put mantras, put self-healing, you know, do things that are blow on their food, you know, say mantras, bless their food so that they have a positive impression, yeah? Also, yeah, anyway, so, or for example, the Rinpoche red and white pill water, Rinpoche suggests if somebody had a pet animal that was dying, we usually give this to people, no? We said also it's very beneficial for your pets, you know? Anyway, the mainstream is blessed by that, yeah, okay? Anyway, I have many friends whose pets actually, that they dreamt that after their death, the pets had a much better rebirth. Why not? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, another thing in Buddhism. Is it worse to kill a human or is it worse to kill an animal? Yeah, okay. So, yes, it's worse to kill a human because a human has the possibility to reason, to achieve liberation, but it doesn't mean it's okay to kill animals. It's not okay to kill animals, yeah, okay. We should not do it, yeah, okay. I mean, we have these kind of philosophical discussions, which is all they are, yeah. We just shouldn't do it now. Okay, what else can I tell you about? Oh yes, of course. In Tantric Buddhism, we have many other beautiful ways of thinking. Yeah. So okay, I'm not going to talk about this now, but we have, for example, in Lama Chöpa, we have the Sog offering. Yeah. So the Bala and the Mandana is the in Vajrayana Buddhism, in India, no, in the time of the Buddha, they had many Vedic culture, and they had the Brahmin, they had the Varnas, the caste system. Okay, so the most, let's say, spiritual people were the Brahmins. Yeah, so Brahmins were kind of like the priest caste. They still exist today. Yeah, so they are vegetarian. Okay, yeah, like very strictly vegetarian, and they have many things about keeping purity. Yeah, and also separating themselves from other people. Yeah. So Lord Buddha, who was actually from the warrior caste, was not into the caste system. Yeah, in Buddhism we have this thing like everybody's equal. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're high caste, low caste, like, or high in modern terms, rich or poor, high social caste, east or west. We're all equal. We're all human. Yeah, okay. So in the time of the Buddha, yeah, when the people, let's say a lord and his servant would get ordained, then as monks, yeah, the Buddha would ordain the servant first. Yeah. So the ex-lord, had to sit behind the ex-servant. Why? Because everybody should be equal, yeah? Okay? So Buddha was actually a kind of social reformer, yeah? And he wasn't into this thing of I'm better than you because of my family, or because I have more money than you, or I'm holier than thou, or something like this, yeah? So one thing that we have in the Vajrayana, which is part of Mahayana Buddhism, in the Guru Puja, yeah, in the Sog offering, We have the, let's say it's like our Buddhist, let's say Mass. We are offering actually the Bala and Mandana. We bless the Sog offering, which is many, many different kinds of food offering, including like Christians, no, they have the host, which is wine and like some like biscuit bread thing, which is the body and the blood of Christ. Yeah, they bless it and transform it. Yeah, so in the Buddhist Vajrayana tradition, we have the basis is meat and alcohol. Okay, yeah, which we imagine is the 5 delusions and the 5 impure elements we transform into the 5 Dhyani Buddhas and the 5 great element mothers. Yeah, so when we taste the Bala and Mandana, we are actually receiving the blessing of the 5 Father Buddhas and the 5 Mother Buddhas, like that big, huge tanker of self-healing in Albaniano. Yeah. Yeah, so here's, actually, we don't have, this is a picture of the 5 Father Buddhas. Yeah, okay. So when we are eating the Bala, yeah, we are receiving the blessing of the 5 Father Buddhas, and when we anyway, and the Mandana is the 5 element mothers. Okay, yeah. So what this means is, yeah, even if you are a vegan or a vegetarian, yeah, at that point, yeah, you should taste like one little bit. Yeah, okay. For example, many people, they take a vow not to drink. No, but anyway, it's not actually like drinking. No, you just taste like this one for the blessing. Yeah, and also even somebody's a vegan. Yeah, you should taste like one small piece of the transformed meat. Yeah, okay. Now I know for a lot of people this is a controversial point, but the point is actually why that was done is exactly for this reason, that people feeling I am superior to you because I don't eat meat. Yeah, okay. So in Buddhism, yeah, Buddhism is to like break all the different kinds of conception, yeah, the Vajrayana point of view, and I should see reality, not just break things unnecessarily. Yeah? But to understand that our world, the ordinary worldview is based on ignorance, based on concepts, yeah? And our whole world is, we build up this whole like world, I'm good, that's bad, blah, 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 yeah? So anyway, so yes, in Vajrayana Buddhism, even vegans have to taste one tiny piece of salami or something like that, yeah? Yeah. But there again, in Buddhism, meat eaters also have to maybe not completely stop eating meat, but they have to cut down, yeah? So it goes both ways, yeah? So nobody gets their way exactly, yeah? Okay? Yeah, anyway, so it's like that, yeah? Okay. Yeah, Buddhism's a very, very fascinating tradition, yeah? Okay. Let me just see if anybody put any question or anything. 1 second, yeah. Okay, I don't know. The mantra for the accidentally killing the animal I'll put afterwards. Okay, yeah, okay. So in conclusion about the Bala and Mandana, yeah, we are not got. We should. It's actually we should not actually have like I don't know like soya product or something for and tea or something or juice for. You have to something of the tradition we have to follow. Yeah, because there's really some reason going back to the Indian times. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So anyway, so like this. Yeah. But all religious traditions have these kind of very special things, yeah? Okay. Anyway, so that's another thing, yeah? And then what else can I tell you? There's all sorts of things, no? Okay, so yes, so we should, if possible, we should read sutras to animals, yeah? Okay. So, of course, there's various discussions whether dogs should be allowed in gompas or not. In some gompas, they're allowed in. Some gompas, they're not allowed. Some meditation halls, they're not allowed in, yeah? But, for example, if you could go and you could get like a portable sound system and play to your animals in a field like sutras. This is actually done in some Buddhist places, yeah? Okay. And this is considered like incredibly beneficial for their karma, yeah? Okay. When I was young, yeah, I was bird sitting, yeah. Somebody, I don't know, they said, please can you look after my bird? Yeah, it was like a yellow budgie or something in a big cage. I said, yes, sure, of course. So while I was bird sitting, I decided to read the Prajna Paramita to the bird, yeah, okay. So it took me a whole week, the 25,000 verse Prajna Paramita, long version. I don't know whether the bird enjoyed it or not, but a whole week reading the sutra, yes, okay, then So as I'd finished, I put the and dedicated, may the bird be healthy, may it have a good rebirth. Then I went out to make a cup of tea. Then I came back, and this is a true story, unfortunately. I came back and the door was open and there was a cat with a feather in its mouth. Yeah, the neighborhood cat had got in, yeah, opened the cage and ate the bird. Yeah, so hopefully the canary was liberated from being a canary and was reborn in a better state. Who knows where it is now? Maybe it's practicing the Heart Sutra somewhere. Yeah, okay. So there's many stories like this. Yeah, okay. So Dawn says that message from Dawn from Albaniano: animals are now allowed in the Albaniano Gompa. Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes in the Gompa we have 3 or 4 dogs and 2 cats. Yeah. Okay. Actually, we met before, like of course we've been many years together meditating. Yeah. So we used to have Dawn's dog Gaki was so cute, like little mini chihuahua. Yeah. And actually Gaki did the whole of the Haruka Body Mandala retreat. Yeah. So I'm sure Gaki must have had a good rebirth. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, that's nice enough. Yeah.
Also Sering.
Okay.
Sering the Chingali.
Oh yes, we had Sering the long life Chingali. Yeah. So anyway, yes, of course, need no. Yeah. So in the Ombura Badona, there's some illustrations and mendut of like cats with bells around their neck. Yeah. So this is the idea that this cat nature is like killer. Yeah. They're natural born killers. They can't help it. Yeah. So the Buddhist thing is to put a bell around the cat's neck so the mice and stuff can hear it when it's coming. Yeah. So that's one ancient solution to stop one's cat's bad behavior. Yeah. Anyway, there's lots and lots of things. This we can talk for a long time. Yeah. Oh, actually, one thing I do need to say is about euthanasia, for animals. Yeah. Okay. So of course, over the years, many people have came to Rinpoche, and they asked about this. Yeah. So generally, what I heard Rinpoche say was that if your pet is very sick, yeah, you should take care of it. He said you shouldn't euthanize it, but you should give it extremely good care, is what he said. Yeah. So you should just, if it's incontinent, you have to clean it. You need to give it food. You need to give painkillers. Yeah. So I saw with many friends like this, with Rinpoche give this kind of advice. Yeah. And so what Rinpoche thought it was better for the dog or cat to have a natural death as much as possible. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this also, if anybody saw anything different, please say. Yeah. Okay. But this is what I saw with Rinpoche. Okay. Yeah. I'm giving this kind of advice. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look. In that, sorry, anybody watch on YouTube is not in our group, but there's the most adorable picture of Gaki. This dog was called Gakil, yeah, which is like blissful. I don't know if you can see, it was so cute. It was a mini chihuahua, yeah, and we had the pleasure of having little tiny Gaki with us for quite a few years in Albaniano. Yeah? Okay, yeah. So yes, Buddhists like animals. It's true. We love animals. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we should like all sentient beings. Yeah, okay, and we try and care for them as much as we possibly can. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like I say, okay, termites. Yeah. Okay. So if you're a Buddhist monk or nun and termites start to eat your hut, too bad. You have to move. Apparently, yeah. You have to move and get a new hut somewhere else. If you're a forest-dwelling monk or nun, if you're a lay person and termites are eating your house, yeah. Okay, and as they do, yeah. And sometimes people they ask, they used to send messages to Rinpoche, for example, yeah. So if a termite is eating your house and there's no chance and it's the only place you've got, etc., then the advice generally is, okay, if you have to kill them, obviously you don't do it in a rejoicing way. Like you have to apologize, yeah, and you can play self-healing and mantras to those beings, yeah. And then also actually need to do a fire puja, yeah, like at least like Vajradhaka puja to kind of apologize, yeah, in order to purify the karma, yeah, because still we've created some negative karma of killing, yeah. So these kind of advices we need to think about, yeah, okay. Because life is not how we actually want it, okay. Nobody wants. So several people, like they've sent, their house was being eaten by termites, yeah, okay. So finally they had to kill the termites, yeah, but then we advised them, at least, if you must kill, if there's no other solution, you need to put a lot of mantras, yeah, okay. You need to do fire puja, yeah, okay. This kind of advice, okay? And like I say, saving the life of animals is a long life practice. So if you want to live a long time yourself, then you should save the life of animals. So, for example, that's why vegetarianism is a good thing. Never mind the actual health benefits, the karmic benefits are what is making you live longer, not the vitamin content or whatever, yeah, okay? So those of us who are flexitarians, i.e. non-vegetarians, we should cut down on meat eating, yeah? And like Rinpoche says, every negative action less is self-healing. So those of us who eat fish and meat, we should reduce, Also, this is a request of the World Health Organization, yeah? And now it's said that modern people in modern society, we have to cut down our meat eating by 90%, yeah? That means, okay, you can eat meat we're not talking about ethics, but we're talking about the environment, yeah? So we need to eat considerably less than we do now. We really, really need to cut down and have mainly vegetarian food and have a little meat, yeah? Not like loads of meat and a little vegetarian. We need to do the other way around, yeah? In order to leave the planet healthy for future generations, yeah? We need to shift our patterns of consumption. So actually for animals, this is good, yeah? Because the modern ways of factory farming are so horrible, yeah? Okay, absolutely horrible, yeah? Disgusting, yeah? So as Buddhists, yeah, okay. And like I say, some Buddhists are vegetarian, some are vegan, some eat meat, some eat fish, there's all possibilities. But if you are a carnivorous Buddhist, then we need to at least have some times when we don't eat meat, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's better, no? Also, some sutras, it does say, yeah, some Mahayana sutras, it does say that eating meat is, for obvious reasons, is a block to the development of empathy, yeah, okay. Although there have been many bodhisattvas who've eaten meat, it's complicated, yeah, okay, yeah. Many high lamas, many bodhisattvas ate meat, yeah, okay. But if we eat less meat, it's better for the development of empathy, this is sure, yeah. Then we can watch all the animal documentaries without feeling guilty and develop empathy towards other forms of life, yeah. Okay. Now people like Rosanna, she's sending me a picture of the cat from the Dharma Center, yeah. Actually went in Rio, no, we had one center there, and we had a cat. What was it called? Oh, Tatagata. That's a brilliant name for Brazilian cats, yeah. That's a cool name, isn't it? Tatagata, yeah. So Tatagata always used to sit on the Lama's throne, yeah. It would be like if anybody went near the throne, yeah. And anyway, so Tatagata had a very good life, I think, yeah. Anyway, so yes, yeah. Of course, we need to cohabit with other forms of life. It's not. We've taken up all the space, basically, of other forms of life. We've almost driven other forms of life to extinction, yeah. So this will need to change, I heard one thing in the Netherlands, yeah, they're making bee stops, like bee hotels, yeah. Like, for example, bees are in decline, and if bees decline, it's affecting agriculture, yeah. So not only birds, but also bees, insects we need to take care of as well, yeah. So this is really good what they're doing in the Netherlands, the bee hotels, bee stops, yeah. So we need to do more of this kind of thing, yeah. Like, for example, if you have a garden, you need to plant certain kinds of flowers and plants which allow bees and insects to live on, yeah, because also they need one place to live, yeah, okay. We cannot just take everything, now there's so many of us. If we don't, there'll be no planet left, yeah. We're totally destabilizing the ecosystem by enslaving other forms of life, yeah. Did you know that I think of the biomass of animals, including us on the planet, yeah. There's 2 times more animals animals that are for eating in the world than there are people, okay, yeah, okay. So that means, and wild animals, is, I don't know, 5% of the, basically animals which are going to be eaten is 60% of the mass of life on this planet, okay? Human beings are something like 35%, and wild animals is 5%, yeah? That's definitely wrong, yeah? So for the sake of the planet, for the future generations of life on this planet, we should all, whether we're Buddhist or not, actually, we need to cut down and shift to a more plant-based diet, yeah? Okay? And we need to be kinder to animals, okay? Yeah, so anyway. And so that's just a few thoughts about animal things. We're talking about, the divine Garuda, the supreme horse, and so on. We also need to think about the actual horses that we can perceive in our human world. So we need to be kinder to them and take care better, and change our patterns of consumption, So we should stop using and abusing animals as much as we can, basically. Yeah, okay. Would definitely be the best thing. Okay. Okay, so I think more or less we've come to let's have a look. Any more messages? Okay, I will post the mantra, yeah. The mantra of if you accidentally squish animals, yeah. Doesn't mean it gives you a license to squish animals, but it's better, no? Yeah, because sometimes inadvertently we do, yeah. Okay, next time on Thursday, we will, I think we'll talk about the snow lion, the peacock, the dragon, and the elephant, yeah, okay? Then we will conclude the animal symbolism of the Dhyani Buddhas, and next week we'll start with Supreme Healer Amoghasiddhi, yeah? So important, yeah? Now we talked around, so many of the building blocks, okay? So now we're going to look at Amoghasiddhi, the color, the mudra, the direction, the healing qualities, many, many different things together, yeah? So we'll start that next week, yeah? Okay? Okay. Oh, yes. Somebody's, Carolina's posted a thing about the bee hotels, yes? That's good, yeah? A picture of me with a friend's dog, yeah? Carolina's dog, yeah? Anyway, so many things, yeah? But basically, we need to take care of the environment. We need to take care of animals, whatever way we can, yeah? Okay? So please do, dear friends, yeah? Okay? Yeah? Nice message from Renata of Albaniano. What does she say? Okay, so Renata's saying, but we request that Albaniano is out of the hunting place, yeah? Okay, so the thing is, yeah, of course, we do not agree as Buddhists, yeah, but I think this is something of Italian law, no? I don't know, maybe we need to see with Ubi, yeah? I believe they have some law that up to 100 meters from our land, they're not allowed to come and to enter, yeah? But these things, as we're a religious community, not just there, around all our centers and temples around the world, yeah? We need to have an animal protection zone, an exclusion zone, yeah? Okay, this is for sure, yeah? Okay? But these things we have to see legally how we can do, yeah? Okay? As Buddhists, we always have to follow the local law, and then we need to enter into discussion with the local community how to do, yeah? So I hope that it will be possible, yeah, but anyway, you need to see there, together with our management, how to do, no? But I know that 100 meters around, maybe we can draw a line, no? 100 meters around our land, our temples, the hunters are not allowed to come, that's for sure, yeah? Which is already something, yeah? So we can make I don't know, we have some sanctuary, within our land, yeah? But the thing is, as the values of non-violence enter Western society, we have more hope for these ideas. And already, actually, I see in my lifetime, all these ideas when I was young were very like hippie ideas. Now, this thing of vegetarianism and environmentalism and many taking care of animals, it's become mainstream, yeah. So there's a lot of hope, yeah. Okay, that things can improve. Yeah, Rinpoche said the Shambhala energy is rising, so definitely what we do is important. Yeah, because we're advocating for peace, for animal rights, for vegetarianism within our spiritual NgalSo world, our communities. Yeah, regardless of whether we individually are vegetarian or not, but our center rule is our centers are vegetarians, no? Which is good, no? Yeah. So we have both individual freedom and we're trying to respect the law of karma and take care of animals. Yeah. So anyway, we will continue to try and increase the feeling of the ahimsa, no non-violence. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay, yes, we'll talk. Yes, why not? Why we'll have a making peace with animals, animal welfare day. Why not? This is part of Buddhism. Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is a good idea. Yeah. Okay. So let's dedicate. Yeah. So we will say the Shantideva prayer. Now, when we say the sick, of course, we're also talking about animals. Yeah. Okay. Not just, of course, we usually think when we say the sick is other human beings, but so many animals are sick. No, for example, the sea is full of pollutants. No, the insects and the animals in the soil are dying because of pesticides and pollution. So there's a great sickness. Even never mind about, I don't know, divine animals and these kind of things, but the environment around us now is very, very ill. No, so we can also do the Shanti Deva prayer for the healing of other beings, other forms of life, animals, birds, aquatic animals, and so on. Yeah, okay.
Also,
Yeah.
when we kept doing the Naga pujas, and then they took the fish farm away from outside of our
Oh, Eleanor's reminding me. This is actually true. No, like the moment I'm here in Spain, no, in Ganchibling, yeah, in front, yeah, we live here on front of the beach, you know. So for several years we were doing like Naga pujas, okay, yeah, and we felt very strongly if we come to live here that we need to make prayers for all the animals that die here on the seaside, yeah, okay, who are eaten and so on, yeah. So we were doing like Naga pujas, yeah, and then one day in the sea outside our house, straight in front was a huge fish farm, like a huge like fish prison, yeah, and one day it just disappeared, yeah. They took it away, yeah, and so yeah. Also, we had like several butchers around here, all gone and actually turned into like shops or vegetarian shops. Yeah, so we're feeling slightly, I don't know, slightly happy about this. Yeah, so our prayers are powerful. Yeah, okay. So this is just like one small thing that we saw around here. No? If we keep praying and dedicating, things will change. This is for sure. Yeah, Rinpoche show us this. See, that's why I insist that we make all these guru pujas and dedications and prayers, yeah? And we need to take care of animals, it's true, yeah? So in our lifetime, no? I think like, I don't know if like half of animals are in danger of extinction since we're young, yeah? It's ridiculous, yeah? Okay, we need to really, really do something to change that as a society, yeah? So let's make the Shantideva prayer also for the sick animals, of course, for the sick humans as well during the pandemic, yeah? But then it's not just, oh yeah, that was interesting. This is something we actually need to bring into our daily lives. You know, it's not just, oh yeah, I heard about that for 2 hours or something. Yeah, yeah. You know, this is what part of what being a Buddhist means. Yeah, okay, it's what sets us apart from other people. Yeah, we do care about all forms of life, or we should do. Yeah, okay. Okay, so if we are mad Buddhist cat ladies or bird ladies or dog ladies or whatever, it's okay, you know, because we're taking, I mean, I don't know, some of our friends like Claudia, no? She worked Claudia in America, she spent all her life taking care of elephants. So wonderful, you know. She dedicated her life to that, yeah. So many friends are doing this kind of wonderful job. Why not, yeah? Okay. So let's make the Shantideva prayer together. So please, each one of you have the Shantideva prayer in your own language. So let's say together, okay? Dedications for the sick. So sick humans and sick animals, yeah? Okay. Animals also means birds and fishes, yeah? And insects, yeah, by the way, yeah? Even down to some kind of microorganisms, yeah? Okay. Okay. May every being that's sick with disease be freed at once from every malady, yeah? And may every sickness that afflicts living beings be wholly and forever absent from the world. May medicines be full of strength, yeah? May our prayers and mantras be chanted with success, yeah? May those who are harmful towards us be kind, their minds full of pity, yeah? Okay? And vice versa. May we who be more kind towards those beings that we don't have compassion towards, yeah? Because the biggest predators are us, isn't it, yeah? May beings everywhere who suffer torment in their bodies and minds have, by virtue of my merit, joy and happiness in boundless measure, yeah? For as long as space endures, as long as there are beings to be found, may I likewise remain to drive away the sorrow of the world. May the pain and sorrow of all wandering beings, may they ripen wholly on me. And may the virtuous company of bodhisattvas always bring about the happiness of beings. May the Dharma, the only cure for sorrow, the source of every bliss and happiness, be blessed with resources, upheld with veneration, and continue for a vast amount of time. Okay? Very important, yeah? Okay? We need to do a lot of Om Mani Padme Hum. Okay? Of course, and this will never finish, all the beautiful examples, like in Brazil, no, in Buzios. Since many years, Paulino, who's the so kind sponsor of the Dharma Center. Okay, yeah, one of the first vegetarian restaurants in that part of Brazil. Yeah, completely right. His point of view. Okay, yeah. First he had samsara, and now he has also samsara and nirvana. Yeah, okay. First the shop, and now nirvana vegetarian restaurant. Yeah, and he kindly sponsors the Buddha Dharma Center in Buzios, yeah, and also they have a beautiful stupa project there as well. Yeah, okay. So thank you. We rejoice in your kind actions. Okay. So everybody, please keep up all the good work for taking care of the environment, taking care of animals. Yeah, trying to change people's awareness about animal welfare, about people's diets, about taking care of the environment. Yeah. So thank you all very much. I appreciate everything that you're all trying to do. Let's continue to do it together, yeah? Okay? Nimo dele sendele nime kuyandele shin nin sentatu dele pel kuncho sungi hijingilo kuncho sungi nudruso kuncho sungi hitashi sho. At dawn or dusk, at night or midday, may the three jewels grant us their blessings. May they help us to achieve all realizations and sprinkle the path of our life with various signs of auspiciousness. Thank you all very much. So we'll continue. Also, if anybody has any more thoughts about animal welfare and Buddhism, yeah, please send them, put in the group, yeah, and we can also continue to discuss this on Thursday. Okay, thank you all very much for listening and participating. Yeah, so for example, Claudia, etc. Please welcome to make contribution for Thursday session. Okay, thank you very much. See you on Thursday. Thank you.